Something about craving somebody else's approval on an app that isn't even real doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, oh, I'm from the ends, but I'm an actor. Smiling your face, all of the I get to chills, get away, manage my anger.
Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. It's me, KP here. If you're new to my channel, then welcome, and if you're not new here, then welcome back. I'm so excited to have you guys here and listening to me, and let's get into it because I want to talk about something important as usual. Is it just me who gets anxiety when they're posting something? Like, am I the only one who gets anxiety posting on Instagram or posting on actually that's really pretty much it. Is that where I get most of my anxiety? Because I don't get anxious when I'm posting to YouTube. Like, I don't know, it's just a very different vibe. Maybe because nobody really knows me on here and people know me on Instagram. That's probably what it is. And I have nothing to prove on here. I have nothing to prove, but on Instagram it feels like you have something to prove because everybody's proving something to you. It can't just be me who gets anxiety posting to Instagram. Like, I don't even know what makes me so anxious about it, whether it's like everybody being able to see me at once that I know, or if it's just this am I enough feeling. Like, is this good enough? Am I good? Somebody look at this. Am I good? Do I look, am I this is worthy for Instagram? Like, why does that feel like, well, that was a thing. That is a thing. I remember in high school when you're posting something to Instagram, you would like ask your friends like, this cute? Like this is post worthy? This is Insta worthy? Like, can this be posted for everybody to see? And you know, your friends will let you know, I don't know, or like, yeah, bad, post it. Like, I don't know, that was the thing in high school for me at least. Don't judge me, please. I don't judge you, so don't judge me. It's not like I didn't have anxiety then when I posted. It was just very different again because social media wasn't like how it is now, where it's like, I feel like it's cutthroat right now. People are out here being influencers and models like your own. I don't know, it's just people do the most on Instagram nowadays. Whether it's like them in the club, shaking ass, half naked, you know what I'm saying? I know girls that post dancing videos on Instagram. I know you don't post that because you think, maybe you do think you're such a good dancer and you know you're such a good dancer and you're trying to show people your moves. Who am I to say you're not? But what I'm trying to say also is I know you are also looking for everybody else to tell you that you're a good dancer too. Because that is what we receive from social media. We receive the social validation of our peers being like, oh, you bad. We have become dependent on receiving like praise from strangers. Why is that? Like, we like when people tell us that we're amazing or, you know, we're so talented and so skilled. Social media just makes it so accessible to us. Maybe like Instagram makes it so easy because all I have to do, or all you have to do, is post one selfie or post you in the gym or post you in a Bugatti. And you'll have people replying back to you like, whoa, how'd you do that? Or fire signs. You'll get positive reinforcement. That's why we like to do those things, because people reinforce our behavior. They let us know like, okay, that's how people are on Instagram. When you post yourself in that Lamborghini because you rented it for the day for a music video, or when you, I'm sorry, I'm not coming at guys. When maybe do I still do that? I don't know if I post on Instagram for people to tell me I'm so beautiful because I don't really necessarily care what people have to say about me. Because sometimes people don't even mean it. And sometimes they have bad intentions towards their comments. Like, sometimes people only say things for a specific reason. I can't be bothered with how people feel and their perception on me based off of how they feel about themselves and how they perceive the world. I feel like I have to tell this story because am I the only person who trips out on edibles? Like, am I the only, I never have a good trip on edibles. Like, I'm never okay with edibles. Whether it's my stomach or my mind, something's not handling it, and I'm not okay. If I'm not okay in the mind and I take edibles, I'm just not gonna get good thoughts. Like, I'm just not gonna be okay. Like, somebody needs to check up on me. If I take edibles, I'm not okay in my mind. Somebody knock on the door, check up on me, please, because I'm not okay. Anyways, when I was like 19, I got like, you know, this is when edibles just became a thing. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get all the edibles in the world. I'm gonna get all the snacks. I'm gonna eat my edibles. I'm gonna live my life in namaste, in homostasis. Homostasis. I was watching my favorite movie, Love and Basketball, and I was on Instagram. And the things I was seeing on Instagram was really like affecting my mind very much negatively. Like, I remember looking at my own page and just like almost having a panic attack. This is me? I was like, this me? Like, this is all I have to offer. I'm comparing myself, contrasting to all these other people I have on Instagram, and I'm like, this me? I was just like, nah, that's not me. Like, there's no way that this is me and this is somebody else. And there was nothing, even the craziest thing is there was nothing even wrong with me. I probably only had like one picture up and somebody else has 42 up, and they're models in every single 42 pictures. Like, they're just and I just have like one picture of like, you know, half my face. So I don't know why my self-worth was so reliant on how other people viewed me on social media, on Instagram. I don't know why I needed people to say I was beautiful to think I was beautiful. I don't know why I needed to pose like a model to feel like I'm somebody important. I understand social media makes us feel so good. So good when people are like, good job! You're doing so amazing. You're beautiful. It feels so nice when there's people acknowledging us and praising us and, you know, just telling us how great we are. It feels good. But my question to you is, what happens when they're not there anymore? What happens if you post to social media and then you don't receive any praise or any attention? What happens if you post your favorite photo ever, like your best photo, or you post your before and after, you post something, your business that you've been working on for 3 years, or you post something, you share it with others and you don't get the appraisal that you think you should have gotten, or you don't get the appraisal that you're used to, you don't get the validation, the clapping. What happens then? Does that mean you ain't shit? Does that mean everything you worked hard for doesn't matter? Does that mean that everything you just put your effort in is for nothing because people don't care about it? Because nobody gave you an applaud? Like, is that what it means? I don't know. You tell me. Like, don't get me wrong. It feels nice when somebody appreciates our work, or when there is a clap for us, because a lot of the times in our own lives, there's not always so much positive acknowledgement from our loved ones, from our parents, from our, you know, friends. Hopefully there is, and I'm hoping that you do get that, but I'm just saying sometimes there isn't, and we do rely on these external forces of social media and social validation to make us feel good inside. What if we post something again on social media and there's no applaud, there's no clap, there's no validation for what we just worked hard for, whether it's a transformation, whether it's a business proposal, whether it's us finally being able to share our art with the world, whether it's painting or being a musician or whatever you want to do and you want it to share with Instagram. What happens when you don't receive the positive reinforcement? What happens when you don't receive claps? What happens when nobody gives a fuck? What happens? Because I've had that happen to me when I posted my business and nobody gave a fuck. And I was expecting people to be like, yeah, good job, Kay. And no one gave a no fuck. Do I sound mad? Wait, is this hidden? Is this pent up anger? I'm so self-aware. What I'm trying to say is, like, I've had that happen to me, and I've had thoughts in my head tell me, like, maybe did I just do that all for nothing? Am I really like, ain't shit? Like, did I really just work so hard to build myself for people to bring me down, for nobody to care about what I just did? I think that happens in our own lives, of course, but we just expect social media all the time to just give us this gratification of social validation from anybody. We'll take it from anyone too. It could be a stranger, it could be a best friend, it could be anybody on social media. It could be a boy, it could be a girl, it could be anything, any him, them, she, they, way. If nobody's giving you that positive reinforcement on social media, does that mean that what you just did doesn't matter? Does that mean that you are worthless? Does that mean that you don't deserve the acknowledgement of for what you just did? Right? Should you treat yourself like shit because everybody else is treating you like shit? Doesn't make sense. And that's why I'm here today, to tell you guys that in this life, guess what? We are going to be the only people who could really tell us to really give ourselves that praise without strings attached. Like, we can give ourselves acknowledgement without doing it for an intention of being on our good side, or without doing it to gain something out of it, or without, you know, because somebody might clap for your business and be like, wow, good job, how'd you do that? Put me on, huh? How do I do that? Can you no. It's just, sometimes people will clap for you, but their intentions are very not pure. Sometimes they're just looking out for themselves. And that's just it. That's what I've learned. Me personally, okay? Why do we really depend on other people's approval or praise? I know we're just human, and I think that this is just a human-wide thing. We need that social validation to feel like we belong within a community, to feel like we belong within our group. I understand that. But why do we crave it from strangers? Why do we crave it from people who don't even care about themselves? Why do we crave it from people who are pretending to be anything but themselves? Maybe we've been taught this since children, to depend on other people for approval, right? Whether it's in the classroom and within our peers, or parents, whoever we were raised around, we've always had to kind of sort of do things on purpose to get the positive reinforcement, to get people to be like, good job. There's not like, sometimes there's not a good job regardless. Sometimes you have to do specific things to invoke specific things from other people. We've been taught this since we were children, that we need to be accepted by our peer groups. And then when we're not accepted by our peers, when we're not accepted on Instagram, on social media, then we feel like there's something wrong with us. Crazy, right? We feel like we are the problem. Like we're the problem. I shouldn't be here. They're good. It's me that's the problem. Insane how we put ourselves through so much mental like stress and sacrifice because we think that we're the ones who are wrong when we're just being ourselves. And we don't belong. And then we feel like we have to change who we are to be accepted by other people. But when in all actuality, those other people could just be triggered by us because we are free to be ourselves. Right? They could just be jealous of you because you are yourself. To ask the question that is social validation ruining our lives, well then you have to ask yourself this, okay? Do you rely on it? Does it interfere with how you feel about yourself? How you feel about your job? How you feel about your day? Okay, because if it does, then maybe you should take a break from social media. Maybe you should log out of Instagram for a little bit. I don't want to crave everybody else's approval all the time anymore. And I'm starting to shift that by doing things like this because whether people like what I have to say or whether they don't like what I have to say, I'm still going to say what I have to say. Like whether people see this or they don't see this, I'm going to continue to do what I'm going to do. And it's not on other people's approval for me or how they feel about me. It's dependent on how I feel about me. How would your life be if you just lived your life how you wanted to live your life without letting other people affect you negatively? How would your life be if you weren't reliant on other people's opinions on you or their validation of you? If you like that video, let me know in the comment section down below. If you didn't like that video, well, that's okay, because you can still let me know in the comment section down below. I'm not judging. You say whatever you want to say, but I'm going to say whatever I want to say too. Let me know how you feel, because I'm always open to hear your opinion and your perspective, okay? Well, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Next time.
Baby, I bounce back.